Welcome back everyone to another One Piece discussion video. My name is Sai, and today we're going to be taking a look at the hot topic of Ace versus Kaido, and could he actually take him down? In my opinion, and I think I speak for the majority of everybody out there, there is no freaking way Ace could actually beat Kaido. But if you watch the anime and if you're up to date with the manga, you know that he went to Wano wanting to take the man down, and I think that is straight freaking cap. Ace went to Wano while Kaido was not home, and thank God for that, because if Kaido was home, he would tear Ace asunder. We would not have the arc of Marineford because Ace would already be dead. And here's the thing. I'm not throwing shade at Ace, but he is the 2nd Division commander of the Whitebeard Pirates. That's a big feat. But if I had to put him against Queen, the second commander of the Beast Pirates, I do not know if Ace could actually squeak out that victory. The problem with power scaling Ace is that he was introduced and died pre-time skip before Haki was fully utilized. And all of the W's and all of the fights we do have of Ace are very lackluster. He fought Jinbei to a standstill, pretty impressive. Yamato to a standstill, pretty impressive. He lost to Blackbeard. He lost to Whitebeard, no diff whatsoever. And that is to this man's detriment. And Akainu, God forbid we bring Akainu into this conversation where he one-shotted him. And I feel like if Ace had better fights, if Ace fought better opponents and had time to grow and just see him post-time skip with Haki, with his Conqueror's Haki, we would be talking a different note. Ace versus Queen? Easy. Ace versus King? Yeah, he might even be able to win that. But that's the problem, is because we do not see enough of his character and his development. So with all that being said, in my official opinion out there, you know why we brought this up. It is because we found a freaking Reddit thread about this. We have Ace versus Kaido. And to be honest, I already know that 90% of these people are going to say that Ace loses, like hands freaking down. But what I am looking for is I want somebody to find a good theory on why Ace might be able to squeak out a victory against Kaido. Is anybody insane enough to think that Ace would win this fight? So let's get right into it. Just going to put this out there, considering all we have seen about Kaido, what was Ace smoking to think he will just challenge him alone? See, to be fair, Ace wanted to get some other Whitebeard pirates to go with him, and Whitebeard would not give him the go-ahead. Thank God, because it would be a straight slaughter. Whitebeard, Marco, Jozu, Ace, they could put up decent fights. Everybody else, bro, like, no freaking way. Yeah, Whitebeard was like, yo, like, I'm not gonna send you there. I'm gonna send you to your death? Hell no. I'm not gonna let you go and fight Kaido. Ace never backs down and fears nobody. That's who he is or was, unfortunately. Dude, Ace was so strong. He had so much freaking potential. Ace is notorious for picking horrible freaking matchups. Him versus Blackbeard, Whitebeard, Akainu, and now Kaido. Like, what was going through this man's mind when he said, I'm gonna fight these dudes? See, Blackbeard is the only exception. Blackbeard looked very weak, seemed very weak, but ended up being a freaking powerhouse. And to be fair for Ace too, he had no choice but to fight Blackbeard. Blackbeard was gonna kill Luffy if Ace didn't intervene and take the fall for Luffy. So it was very noble what happened there, but still, it's like, bro, why did you go seeking him out beforehand? Who he was, this guy calls it a Lord Akainu feat. In my opinion, it's not even an Akainu feat. No way at all. Because Akainu literally said, hey, Whitebeard is scum, or Whitebeard is a cowardly father. Ace walked back over, he tried to block an attack, and then boom, Ace got one shot. Not even a feat, to be honest. No offense to Ace, man. He was smoking what he smoked when he died. I'm even surprised he survived so long. Yo, at this point, I'm surprised Ace didn't jump in the ocean to try to start swimming. Like, he's gonna start fighting his own devil fruit. Just another impossible battle. While he is still a Yonko commander, there isn't too much people who can kill him. See, this is fair. And this is where I go back and say, the scenes we've seen of Ace just do not do him any justice. If we saw Ace post-time skip, if we saw a side story spin-off with Ace and the Spade Pirates, or even him becoming a Yonko commander for Whitebeard, this would be an entirely different post. We might be even power scaling him legitimately. But the fact that we haven't seen him with full-fledged Haki, the fact that we haven't seen him with COC, or actually utilizing his Conqueror's Haki, just does so much disservice to him, in my opinion. But if we saw all the world government agents, all the pirates he fought to get to where he is today, then like I said, this might be an entirely different thread altogether. So responding to the comment above, this guy says, there are a lot, my guy, meaning that there's a lot of people who can take down Ace. And then we have a response below that says, definitely not a lot. One needs to be very good with Haki and or a Devil Fruit user to defeat him. And that's very true, because we have to remember that Ace is a Logia user. If you don't have Haki, or if you don't have an attribute that can defeat Ace's fire, then you're not going to take him down. I remember pre-time skip One Piece, Logia users were nightmares to fight. Luffy fighting Crocodile, I'm surprised Luffy won. He had to get ingenious and put water and blood on his hands to actually even do damage to him. And don't even get me started on Anella and how lucky we got with that encounter. The only people that fit the list are Yonko commanders, Yonko, fleet admirals and admirals, Sabo and Dragon. I don't know enough about the Revolutionary Army. There are only like 3 or 4 Yonko commanders and a crew, 3 admirals, 1 fleet admiral, 1 former admiral, and Yonko. There are less than 30, with just like 7 of them capable of destroying him. See, here's the thing. I bet there's a lot more people than that too that could actually defeat Ace. Because, you know, obviously we have a bunch of random pirates that have crazy amounts of Haki that we have seen so far. Whether it be canon or non-canon, we have a lot of strong people out there. But if we take the average New World pirate, which if I had to guess, I'm gonna bring in the people from Luffy's alliance, like, you know, we have Cavendish, Bartolomeo, and then if we bring in the Whitebeard alliance members, we have a lot of people like Lightning Guy McCree, and like that Ice Princess or whatever. If Ace were to fight any one of those guys, Ace, in my opinion, would mop the floor with them. But when you put Ace against another Yonko commander, it's like, would he actually win though? Like I said before, Ace versus Jack, easy. I think Ace would take the cake, and that just might be because Jack gets disrespected a lot in the anime and the manga. But against Queen, somebody that has a lot of really crazy feats and somebody who has a crazy Devil Fruit and shows pretty decent use of Haki, that's a hard one to put up against. This guy says, yeah, there are, but if you aren't like Ace, who literally chased his death with Teach, a Yonko commander wouldn't die that easily. For what we know, Ace and Odin are just the 2 commanders who we saw die. Whitebeard has a lot of commanders, Kaido has 3, Big Mom has 3, Blackbeard has a lot too. Shanks probably has 3 or 4. Taking that odds, maybe we haven't seen more than even 5% of Yonko commanders' total death toll, which is very little. Edit. Even the 7 Warlord commanders have very little death toll. If I recall it right, only Virgo was confirmed dead. And even then, that can be a fake death too. See, I wouldn't bring death tolls into this as an accurate, statement. And the main reason why is because Luffy and his crew and just a lot of other people have defeated Yonko commanders. And, I've never heard this term, but 7 Warlord commanders as well. But the thing is that they don't go out of their way to kill them, right? Like, we have Luffy defeating Cracker, but did Luffy go up and stab him in the heart afterwards? No, that's not the case. Did Luffy do that with Katakuri? No, that's not the case. Even if one of them falls, we have to count that as a loss altogether. I don't think we should be looking at the death toll. I think we should be looking at their defeats. I think that's a bad way to power scale, considering a lot of people don't go out of their way to kill their opponents. Like Sanji versus Queen. Spoiler alert for the manga and all that stuff, but Sanji doesn't go up to Queen afterwards and says, all right, time to stomp on this man's head and make sure he never gets back up. Zoro beat King. Zoro did not cut his head off. That's the thing. We do not actively try to kill Yonko commanders. We defeat them. We don't kill them. The same stuff he was smoking when he said, yeah, I can take Whitebeard. Bro, I don't even know what the logic was behind that. He went to fight Whitebeard. He got gatekept by Jinbei for days. He stalled fight him for days. And then Whitebeard shows up. All his crew shows up. And then Ace, his first instinct while being fatigued after fighting Jinbei is, yo, I can take this man down. Whitebeard slaps him so hard. Whitebeard beats him so hard that he brings him on his ship so Ace could try to assassinate him on the regular. And Ace couldn't even do that. And this comment right here says, literally, slapped Ace in his sleep. Dude, Ace stood no chance against Whitebeard. And in his mind, he said, you know what? I couldn't beat Whitebeard, a Yonko. So it's time to go fight Kaido, another Yonko instead. I cannot believe it, man. And, maybe in Ace's mind, he had so much respect for Whitebeard being the world's strongest man that he said, you know what? If I can't beat Whitebeard, maybe it's just because he's overpowered. Maybe Whitebeard is the strongest Yonko right now. So instead, let's go fight Kaido, who might be a lot weaker than Whitebeard, which makes no sense because Kaido literally has a freaking saying. Whitebeard didn't have a saying other than being the, the world's strongest man. Kaido has a legit whole paragraph about this man, about how you cannot fight him one-on-one, about how this man was trying to be executed like 50 freaking times and he could not die. And he's declared the world's strongest creature. This man has lore about not being able to defeat him. I think no one clearly understands what it's like to face a Yonko until they see them fighting up close. Like Zoro actually thought he could beat Mihawk during Baratie and was shocked to see the difference in power. Ace was probably the same. It's so funny because Zoro is still probably pretty far from beating Mihawk even. Like right now in the story, 1000 chapters in, Zoro still probably has a decent ways to go. The fact that he was a prodigy with a hugely powerful devil fruit, and that at the point, the strongest thing he would have faced was most likely a marine okay, that's underselling it. Ace's biggest feat is defeating a marine captain, maybe a vice admiral, who are usually a whole Everest or two below an admiral in power. Don't know if he went into Wano prior to or after facing Jinbei. Probably didn't help either in giving him a hint of how far he was from a Yonko. I think it's a little bit disrespectful to say the most that Ace has defeated was a Marine Captain or Vice Admiral. I like to think that if you became a Yonko commander, you could at least do these, right? Like this is the bare minimum, defeating a Marine Captain. Luffy has done this like in the early episodes of One Piece, defeating a Marine Captain. Zoro was too weak to even notice the skill gap between him and Mihawk. Ace knew right away he can't beat Whitebeard the moment he saw him and told his crewmates to run away. Yeah, Ace was like, hey guys, get away, run, we can't beat this man. And then he goes on and proceeds to fight Whitebeard to no avail. I'm seeing a lot of people disrespecting Ace. Yo, this is the comment we were looking for. We need some Ace hype in here. The thing is, Ace is now perceived as weak because of the point of the story where he was prominent. Things like Haki and Awakenings were not established. Marineford is a god tier arc, no doubt, but as far as power scaling goes, it's a complete cluster. If Ace was currently alive, he would be a lot stronger. Probably as strong as Sambo, if not more, as he did have Conqueror's Haki as well, and far more knowledge and prowess with the Meta no Mi. See, I agree with this. I think if we saw Ace post time skip, he would definitely have a good grasp on Haki. I can't even see him with Rio. I think Ace with Rio is pretty solid. As far as Awakenings go, I'm not too sure. I feel like that might be a little bit beyond his reach, mainly because the only people we've seen with Awakenings are Kid, Law, and freaking Yonkos, right? Like this is kind of hard. Like we saw Aokiji and Akainu with one, or it was off-screened. But Awakenings aren't that common, especially in Yonko commanders. We had Katakuri have one, but King didn't have one. Queen didn't have one. And that's the main thing. Like Awakenings are hard to come by. They're not as common as you think. So thinking that Ace would have one is kind of like stretching a little bit. I'm not too sure about Marco, but right now where we are in the story of the anime and the manga, Marco has yet to pull off an awakening. And he's fighting some pretty big opponents where you would think he would use his awakening. It was when he still had his own pirate crew, meaning before he tried to fight Whitebeard. Basically, it seemed like he was just trying to fight emperors because he didn't realize how outclassed he was. It was just a good thing he met Whitebeard before Kaido or Big Mom. He did meet Shanks. I think Shanks was the first one he met. He met Shanks, he tried to go fight Kaido, and then he ended up fighting Whitebeard. And dude, God forbid he ever went to Big Mom's territory either, because he would get destroyed by some of her commanders too. Ace challenged Whitebeard too, though to his credit, if he had survived to the age of 25, he'd have most likely been strong enough to take down Kaido. Ooh, I don't know. I'm not too sure about Ace's age off the top of my head, believe it or not. But I feel like if Ace did survive a while longer, he grew up a little bit more, he got more Haki, I could see him putting up a good fight against Kaido. I can't say that he would take down Kaido, considering Luffy right now needs an entire army, multiple rest stops, and everything to potentially take down Kaido. He probably thought Yamato would be his prize. What? Yeah, that's that's a what right there. Yamato would be his prize. I mean, Yamato is a prize. I will give him that. You know, Luffy is probably going to defeat Kaido, and he's probably going to take Yamato on the crew. Is Yamato a prize that Ace wanted? That's another thing. I don't know. I feel like if Yamato was the prize Ace wanted, he'd probably break her out. He did not. He did not break her out. Akainu has a hot lava cock. And the fact that Ace lived even a few seconds after being fully penetrated by it speaks to his overall endurance. Ace has the most genuine, strongest hole in One Piece, and it just can't be matched no matter what headcanon argument you make. All, all hail Ace come generation. What did I just read? What is this? I mean, I guess the power scaling is correct, but what? This is one of the rare few moments where power scalers actually agree on who would win a fight. Ace versus Kaido. Ace loses, hands freaking down. I could not find a single comment defending that Ace would win against Kaido. And that's a beautiful thing. That is a beautiful thing, because you replace Ace and Kaido with any other two characters in One Piece and you would have a nightmare of theories and conversations and power scaling go awry. You have King versus Katakuri, you have Luffy versus Kaido, Zoro versus Kaido, throw in Buggy versus Kaido, and you have people defending that. And here's the thing, is that I'm glad we didn't see any crazy BS power scaling theories thrown in here as well, because you see the craziest things when people try to defend their points. Like, oh, one weird example, oh, Katakuri is walking down the street and a mouse looked at him and ran away. Boom, Katakuri feat, bam, conquers haki confirmed. You know, it's like things like that. So I'm glad people can actually come together and agree that Ace would get stomped completely, and we're all, like I said, we're all blessed that Ace did not go to Wano while Kaido was home. And furthermore on the point, I do wish that Ace survived a little bit more. We had the whole Marineford arc, and yes, it was shocking. Yes, it was huge character development for Luffy, for Ace to die. But if we saw him post time skip, or maybe even an Oda what if story, if Ace survived Marineford, or maybe even having Marco flashback and reminisce on some of Ace's amazing feats that we just have not seen yet with haki, because they did that with Whitebeard, right? During Marineford, Whitebeard did not have COC. Whitebeard did not have crazy amounts of haki. And then we see him in his prime fighting Roger, and this dude is blasting COC, black lightning coming out of the blade. They're not even touching. That's what we need for Ace, even if it's to a lesser scale of that. And with that being said, thank you guys for joining me on this One Piece rabbit hole discussion. We had Ace versus Kaido. Let me know what you guys think down below. Who do you think would win this battle? Please tell me. Please show me that there's at least one person that thinks Ace would take the cake, and tell us why, please. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please drop a like, sub, and comment down below. It really does mean a lot to me. We are past 9,000 subs. We're well on our way to 10K. And here's the thing. I'm going to show this out a couple more times before I stop, but I do have a second YouTube channel, which I will link down below. It would really mean a lot if you guys go to that channel and sub to it. It only has one video. The second video is well on its way. But before that, the second channel is mainly going to be for gaming and just random Twitch highlights and things like that of that nature. So if you're interested in that content, please follow me there. But heads up, I am not PG friendly at all. I realize that. I do cuss a lot. I do say some pretty profane things, but that's just how I am when I play video games. And I am going to be posting my first clip onto this channel. Just throwing that out there. I will be doing that pretty soon. Only one gameplay footage is going to make it onto this channel just to kind of like promote that second channel. But after that, it's just going to be all anime related. So if you're like, oh my god, like why is he posting this? Like, holy crap, he's not PG-13. That is why. It's really just to promote the second one. And if you are interested in that content, please consider following there, or even just watching that next video that I'll be posting probably Tuesday. So yeah, with that being said, thank you guys so much. I'll catch y'all later. Peace out.